As Elizabeth Lowe says when explaining the motive behind her 2014 documentary Hotel 22, when we think of Silicon Valley, we tend to imagine a world of extreme wealth and limitless opportunities. Hotel 22 illustrates the perfect parallel to society to what we think of the dream Silicon Valley. The content of the documentary focuses solely on the daily routine of a bunch of homeless individuals, the audience unknown to the passengers' stories or pasts as they ride the same continuous 35-mile journey for the cheap price of only $2 a night. Lowe showcases how the feeling of homelessness and companionship can be bought from just as little as $2. Lowe incorporates one of several modes to display the content to the audience, modes perfectly described by American film critic Bill Nichols. Nichols outlines in his book Introduction to Documentary that all documentaries make use of one or more of 6 modes: poetic, expository, observational, participatory, reflexive, and performative modes. Hotel 22 mainly falls into the observational mode spectrum due to the minimalist production and shot aesthetics. A quote from Dziga Vertov, a Soviet pioneer of documentary films, perfectly explains what Lowe attempts to achieve through an observational approach. I, a camera, fling myself along, maneuvering in the chaos of the moment. Regarding movement, starting with movements of the most complex combinations. This quote relates to the use of lightweight and minimal equipment. This equipment allows Lowe to capture observational content in such a condensed environment, such as the inside of a bus. The scene in which an old African American takes abuse from another passenger is a perfect example of this, as Lowe places the camera in a way where the subjects are not aware of the camera. The technique almost makes the camera invisible, giving the audience an authentic experience of what it is really like on Hotel 22. Elizabeth Lowe uses her trademark film style in Hotel 22 that has been showcased at both the Sundance and Tribeca film festivals. After viewing Lowe's catalogue of short documentaries, it is easy to see from all of her shots and that they focus on personhood and human behaviour, while linking them to the environments and surroundings around the subjects. With no need of narration or formal interviews, Lowe consistently uses long takes and minimal cutting, with aesthetic location shots to capture the relationship between place and person. In one of her previous shorts, Bison Head, Lowe focuses on a family of Native Americans who are hunters and mixes the focus with sweeping shots of winter forest plains and snow-covered nature. She does the same thing in her short Mother's Day, where the stories of children who go to see their mothers during Mother's Day is transfused with shots of a jail yard and mothers who have committed terrible crimes but at the end of the day just want to see their children. The wide shot of the interior of the bus is a perfect example of this in Hotel 22, as natural dark lighting mixed with the artificial lights of the bus to create a dense and sad atmosphere within the passengers. This is ultimately made by Lowe's unique style towards her filmmaking, allowing the relationship between place and people to be displayed for the audience. Through watching Hotel 22 and exploring how the final form of the documentary was created, it's obvious to see the relationship between content, mode, and style. The observational mode used by Lowe displays the content in a mild, realistic way, while the personal style of Lowe adds authenticity and aesthetic to the documentary. This allows the audience to come to their own conclusions and thoughts about the film. American filmmaker Frederick Wiseman spoke about the relationship between the observational mode and content, saying that carefully edited and arranged actuality scenes speak for themselves. There is no intervention by the filmmaker, no interview questions, no commentary to the camera, no narration. This explains how content is displayed to the audience through the observational mode. Elizabeth Lowe throws in her own style as well to achieve an overall feel and message that could not be achieved in any other way than observational itself. In what is an emotional, provoking biopic of a tale of a bunch of individuals, Elizabeth Lowe perfectly captures the sense of realism with Hotel 22 and is able to link content, mode, and style in harmony to portray their stories.